Guys, what is up? Welcome to another episode of Maximilian Must Know. This is going to be a Scent Safari episode. For those of you who don't know how Scent Safari works, excuse me, it's basically this series where I reach out to houses that I'm interested in, or sometimes they reach out to me and we agree that they'll send me some samples, and I basically pick some of those samples out, sort of do a first impression on four of the ones I'm interested in. And the way that I do that is the day of filming the video, I'll put those fragrances on skin. Wear them throughout the day, and then right before I film, I'll refresh them so I sort of get another first impression, but I sort of see how they evolve through the day. And today we're looking at an indie house out of Russia called Zworykina Parfum. And this was a house started in 2005 by Anna. It is an all-natural perfume house. The philosophy behind this house is rooted in three tenets: adventure, uniqueness, and diversity. Anna has been creating fragrance for over 15 years, and this is from their website. I want for the people smelling the wonderful aroma to get back to this unique moment and feel life in all its glory. That's my way of increasing world harmony. The work of a biochemist, the passion of an artist, a workshop, and the aspiration of experiments. Creating perfumes for Anna is akin to finding the philosopher's stone, except for the fact the truth she strives for isn't singular. It has thousands of varying images, each unique just like life itself. Anna Zworykina was attracted to natural perfumes because of her love for elegant aromas, her desire for an abundance of perfumes for every day and for every mood. Natural perfumery is both science and art, and like many others before her, Anna studied it on her own. She used her scientific knowledge, her biochemical education. Anna has a PhD degree in biochemistry, and most importantly here are her artistic talent and her passion towards art. Anna completed her first order in 2004 and since then has created over 100 bright and memorable aromas for perfume admirers. Now if you're interested in these, now this is my own stuff guys, if you're interested in these in the US, she does have an Etsy store, which I will link to in the description. For purposes of this video, we're going to look at four fragrances that she sent to me, the ones that I just thought were the most interesting and were excited about. And these were just unbelievably strong fragrances. I want you to understand that. When I got these, normally when I get vials from perfumers, they're filled all the way up. And just to be perfectly honest, these weren't. You look at these, you might think, oh, Max, you used the whole sample. Well, these were filled probably about a quarter of the way up, each one. And so I sort of was like, wow, I wonder why that is. And I learned pretty quickly that that's because these are about as powerful can go, and you really don't want to use more than a couple of drops of any of these because they'll choke someone out. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying you have to be very careful. These are unbelievably strong. To me, these smell like just straight per parfum. I don't even think these are extrait. They're just unbelievably strong. Strong fragrances, and Anna sent them to me in this beautiful little tin. Anna Zworykina, and she was nice enough to send me about 12 of these. I just picked the four that I thought you guys would be most interested in. I was most interested in. The first one I want to talk to you guys about is called Ghost House, and this is $58 for 4.5 ml of natural perfume. So as I said, these are natural perfume fragrances. I'm sorry, I do have something caught in my throat, which is why you're hearing me, constantly clearing it. Woody balsamic fragrance. This is a story of a wooden house with a library, dusty, squeaky floors, winding stairs. Wind from a broken window makes the strings of the old piano tremble with sadness. Time-cured pages of books rest bounded by tight covers. Wild roses bloom in the garden. Guys, notes on this one are cistus, frankincense, cassia, rose, patchouli, choyalobin, agarwood, gaiacwood, and vetiver. And this is a hauntingly beautiful fragrance. Lots of words and emotions here. I totally get the rundown house vibe. My grandmother had a basement in a 100-year-old house with just all sorts of knickknacks in it, and a sort of secret passageway to another part of the basement, and all sorts of old dusty books that my uncle, who was a college professor, had from hundreds of years ago. And it smells like that to me. Like I just feel like this is a dark, dirty, creepy basement in a house that's abandoned. I get all of the dustiness of the pages of those books, the time worn wood and actual book pages, the filthy glass. Is it the most wearable scent of this group? I don't know, to me, if it's an extremely wearable fragrance, you can pull it off, but I kind of look at this one, just so you guys know, like, it is more art. I think it's still a beautiful perfume, and I love this one. I would wear this, but for me, I kind of look at this one as more evocative of a time and place. It's, if you like those sort of dusty, woody scents, then I think this is going to be right up your alley. The next one I want to talk to you guys about is called Fallen Leaves. This is $58 for 4.5 ml of natural perfume, or $52 for 8 ml of eau de parfum in a spray bottle. And the description here is: fallen leaves, balsamic and woody fragrance of autumn. Leaves fallen and damp that had already lost brightness of their colors. Moist air, sunlight, scarce and cold, tangy and still warm smell of earth. Sadness and hope, farewell to the warm days, sweet aroma of decay and golden gleam of autumn light. Top notes here are cistus, cassia, and hop. Heart notes: jasmine, immortelle, and cardamom. Base notes: vetiver, vanilla, tonka bean, patchouli, papanax, and orris. This one really earthy. To me, very herbal. You're gonna get that costus root straight off the top. It smells like a wet pile of leaves on the curb of like a suburban town in autumn. To a T, to me, that's what this one smells like. It gets sweet in this one. I don't get the immortelle, but certainly some vanilla and tonka comes out, and then a papanax comes out. You know, what's funny about these is none of these start off sweet to me, but they kind of all get there at some point. But they start off strong and bone dry, really softens up, becomes friendly after about an hour or so, and becomes approachable and cozy, almost like a cashmere blanket. This is a great fall scent. If you're looking for that fall, cozy, powdery fragrance, I think that one will get you there after you wear it for a while. The next one is called Young Cossack. Young Cossack is available in both of the sizes I mentioned that Fallen Leaves was. And the description here is: leather, spicy, fragrant chypre, a thud of hoofs, dust, smoke, step covered with thyme and wormwood, heat, haze, leather of the gloves of saddle and harness, honey and tobacco, blooming hedges, on the road again towards a long evening by the fireplace, galbanum, absinthe, divana, tarragon, thyme, lavender, cumin, frankincense, immortelle, tobacco, vetiver, oak moss, costus, agarwood. Very nice, this one. Wormwood abundant here. The absinthe is big time here. Super green, nice mix of anise and absinthe with the galbanum. Lots of incense in this one. Sort of like I get some scorched lavender, maybe some burnt honey. Definitely get the cumin here as well. So if you don't like that one, I'd stay away. This has a lot of that. Cossacks were a people in northern Russia and Ukraine, noted for their horse and military skills. So I guess it's like a young warrior fragrance. Really elbows out and becomes very green and pleasant and sweet after that initial war almost. Lovers of absinthe perfume should check this one out, but you're also going to get that lavender and honey and incense. Again, just beautifully composed, lots of depth. The quality on these is just, man, it's through the roof. And this is another one that's going to last on your skin forever and ever. The last one we're going to look at is called the Green Madness. Green Madness available again in both sizes at the same price point as Fallen Leaves. Description: natural eau de parfum in an 8 ml grass skirt bottle with spray. Green Madness, bright vetiver and wormwood chypre, a fragrance that brews together shining sunlight, bewitching green flames in the depth of the woods, melody of the grass, mystical shadows, wild tangled vegetation, and dry earth beneath the carpet of pine needles. Notes on this, guys, officially: wormwood, elemi, cedarwood, frankincense, lavender, roses, cognac, van atu, sandalwood, angelica root, vetiver, and oak moss. This is a super green fragrance. It should be for Green Madness. What do I pick up here? Well, the wormwood is big here. I get vetiver in this one. Sometimes to me, certain lavender, and it's not a lot of fragrances, like Renée Ager's lavender fragrance can come off as green, and I think that certainly exists here. It's a beautiful blend of lavender and wormwood. There's certainly angelica here. I smelled enough angelica fragrances to really know when that angelica is popping, and it's popping here. I get a little bit of the Cossack fragrance here, but I think this one's a little bit more green. And this one's slightly boozy. It does have a cognac note, so I think that's probably where that's coming from. As it dries down, it gets just super green. Green Madness is a great name for this one. Not a fresh green fragrance. These weren't fresh for me, any of them, and I'm sure Anna has some fragrances that are a little bit fresher. These weren't fresh for me. I sort of requested darker ones. This was very resinous, and there's a very prominent oak moss note in this one as well. If I had to rank these, guys, and I feel like I should just do that for you because I liked all of them, Ghost House just blew me away. I think Fallen Leaves is one of the better fall scents I've ever smelled, and I love Young Cossack and then Super Green. I'd wear all four of them. If I had to buy one, like do a full review, I think I just want to do it on Ghost House or Fallen Leaves, because to me they're just so interesting. But the quality here, guys, is so crazy. This is like sick quality. These just last and last on the skin, and they really evolve and tell stories. And when I actually look at the Etsy website, there's so many different fragrances with this house, and I just have to believe that they're all rich and they all have so much depth. So God, guys, this is a house I just feel like we don't talk about in our community at all, and we're missing out. We're just missing out on houses like this, like Anna's. And I'm doing my best to try to bring houses like this to the forefront. Not all of them are worthy. Just because you're an indie house that sort of floats under the Fragcom YouTube radar doesn't mean that you should immediately be brought in and we should all be looking at you. But there are those few in those ones that certainly deserve so much attention, and Anna's fragrances deserve that attention. So I really just at least implore you, please, guys, go look at the site, check these out, see what interests you, and let me know if you've tried these before, because I'd love to know. I'm just so happy that I got to try these from Anna. Thank you so much for sending these to me, and let me know if you've tried any of these, and hopefully you're enjoying these Scent Safari videos. I'm really trying to bring houses that aren't being discussed on YouTube in our community, and I hope you guys are enjoying that, and I really hope the perfumers hopefully get something out of this, and hopefully a few of you guys will take that risk and go out and at least get some samples of some of these wonderful houses that are far less in price than what you'd be paying at some of these places we all go to get these fragrances that are more hyped and have to go use marketing budgets and all that stuff. This is straight perfumer to consumer, and so you're just getting these unbelievably high quality fragrances for a price that's less than what they should be. I really believe that, especially in Anna's case. Like, man, she could charge so much more than this for these and get it, I think. So let me know what you think. If you've tried these, let me know if you want to try these, and I'll see you very soon with more Scent Safari videos, more reviews. Guys, you already know what it is. We are back, prolific as hell on this channel. Hope you're enjoying it. My name is Maximilian, and I must know. Peace, guys.